Hi viewers, welcome to Akshya Vlogs and Crafts. Today, let's see Tirupattur Brahmapureeswarar Temple. This is a great and ancient temple and is situated near Trichy. You can reach Tirupattur, which is 10 kilometers from Samayapuram, 5 kilometers diversion from Siruganur on the Trichy-Chennai highway and Perambalur route by Trichy-Perambalur bus and also a town bus. It takes approximately 45 minutes to an hour. The temple is open at 7:30 a.m. and up to 1 p.m. in the morning and is open from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening. Thursdays and Sundays are very busy days for the temple. Guru's Adideva is Brahma. The shops in front of the temple sells flowers and also lotus to be offered to Brahma. The Raja Gopuram faces the east and is on 5 stages. On entering, you see the Kodimara and then the Nandi under the Rudraksha Mantap. This Mantap is also known as Veda Mandapam. The inner Mantap, known as Nada Mantapa, houses the Saptaswara pillars. You cross this Mantapa and Dwarapalakas and enter to have the blessings of Lord Shiva, who showered his blessings on Brahma, known as Brahmapureeswarar. The main deities of the temple are Brahmapureeswarar, Brahma, Sapta, Gauri, and Brahma. Lord Ganesha is in sanctorium of both Shiva and Brahma. The general belief of devotees is that Brahma does not have temples, but the truth is that there is no temple of Shiva without Brahma, as he is present on the left hand side of Shiva, from where the Abhisheka Tirtham comes. On the south of Nadan Mantapa, a large-sized Brahma faces east. The Brahma Saptagauri temple is adjacent and on the northern side of Kodimara, and the goddess was prayed by Brahma, and the goddess bestowed the Tejas back to Brahma, and thus the power of creation, and hence called Brahma Saptagauri. The Murugan, Valli and Deivani Sanidhi is behind the Sanidhi of Brahma. Other deities are Mahavishnu, Gajalashmi, Durga, Saptamadas, Dakshinamurti and Navagraha. There is an interesting story about the origin of the temple. It seems Lord Brahma got the job of creation from Lord Shiva. Wanting to give him equal status, Lord Shiva gave 5 heads to Lord Brahma, just like himself. When Lord Brahma became very proud and insulted Lord Shiva, he took away 1 head of Lord Brahma and took away the job of creation from him. When Lord Brahma realized his mistake and begged his pardon, Lord Shiva asked him to go to Tirupattur and concentrate there, his Dwarda Lingas. Lord Brahma obeyed his order and installed 12 lingas of Lord Shiva, which were Sri Brahmapureeswarar is Moola Snanam, Sri Palaminadar opposite to Patanjali Munivar Sannidhi, Sri Padala Aishwarar near to Chandigeshwarar, Sri Tayumanavar northern side of Goddess Sannidhi, Sri Manduganadar northern side of Goddess Sannidhi, Sri Egambareswarar also northern side of Goddess Sannidhi, Sri Arunacheswarar, Sri Kailasanadar, Sri Jambugeshwarar, Sri Kaladinadar, Sri Saptarviseswarar and Sri Suddaratiswarar. All the other gods are near to northern side of Goddess Sannidhi except Sri Suddha Ratisneswarar, which is near Navagraha. As a result, Lord Brahma got back his power. And the main deity of this temple was called Brahmapureeswarar and goddess was called Brahmanayagi. Mahapareva once said that Lord Shiva handed over the Vedas to goddess Ambika, who in turn handed it over to Lord Nandi, who in turn handed it over to the sages in this temple. Possibly because there is a temple for Lord Brahma. A huge gigantic Nandi is also Pratishtha here for several sages in this temple. Devotees believe that when you touch the Nandi idol, you have a sensation of touching the real bull. There is a peculiar method of worship of Lord Brahma in this temple. Devotees believe that by worshipping Lord Brahma in this temple, marriages take place, they get children, separated couples join together, faith changes, diseases would be cured, and business flourishes. He is worshipped with 36 lamps representing 27 stars and 9 planets. He is offered 108 tamarind balls, and the devotee is asked to go around the temple 9 times chanting Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Lord Brahma can be worshipped only at 8 am on all days except Thursday and Sundays. He is dressed on turmeric on that day. He has to be worshipped at 6 am. It is also believed if people worship Lord Brahma without faith, things will worsen. Since the 12 forms of Lord Shiva are here in this temple, the devotee can worship all the Jyotirlingas in this temple itself. It is also believed that the sage Patanjali Samadhi is in this temple. The temple structure. The main deities are Brahma Puriswarar, Brahma Saptagauri, and Brahma. Lord Ganesha is in the sanctorium of both Shiva and Brahma. The general belief of the devotees is that Brahma does not have temples. But the truth is that there is no temple of Shiva without Brahma, as he is present on the left hand side of Shiva, from where the Abhisheka Tirtham comes. On the south of Nanda Mandapa, a large sized Brahma faces east. The Brahma Saptagauri temple is adjacent and on the northern side of Kodimara, and the goddess was prayed by Brahma, and the goddess bestowed the Tejas back to Brahma, and thus the power of creation, and hence called Brahma Saptagauri. The Murugan Valli Devanyani Sannidhi is behind the Sannidhi of Brahma. Other deities are Mahavishnu, Gajalashmi, Durga, Sabdamadas, Dakshinamurti, and Navagraha. There is the Shodas Lingas worshipped by Lord Brahma are kept in a hall where Lord Shiva took away the curse he has given to Lord Brahma. On the southern side of Kodimara is Patanjali Munivar. He is the one who gave Yoga Sutra and also called as Nitya Kaingaringal, as he prays daily the Brahma Purishwarar of this temple. The Sthala Vrisha of this temple is Manika Maram. This is on the northern side of the goddess Sannidhi and is believed to be 150 years old. The Tirthas in the temple are Brahma Tirtham, Bahula Tirtham, Shanmuga River. Brahma Tirtham is one of the form from which the water was taken by Brahma for Abhishekam of the Dwadasa Lingams. Bahula Tirtham is outside the temple, 150 meters away. Shanmuga River is on the eastern side of the temple, 500 meters away, and flows from north to south, and hence considered equal to river Ganges. There is a 10-day festival in the month of Panguni, that is March to April. At this temple, all pradoshams are celebrated with great fanfare. The temple is open from 7 am to 12:30 pm and from 4 pm to 8 pm. Patanjali Sittar. Patanjali, the author of mystic yoga, was born to Atri Maharishi and Anusuya. According to Tirumular, Sri Guru Nandi Deva taught the science and practice of the great yoga to 8 disciples: Sanagar, Sanantanar, Sanat, Sujatar, Sanat Kumarar, Siva Yoga, Mamuni, Patanjali, Vyakarampadir, and Tirumular. Later, Patanjali wrote this great treatise of yoga in Sanskrit, which is now popular as Patanjali Yoga. He is also called snake-legged Siddhar, Patanjaliyar, எனப்படும் பாம்புகால் முனிவர். Their primary interest of his work is to provide the education and elevate, transform the human beings to transcendental spiritual life and free them from activities of material enjoyment or material distress. He, along with Sittar, Tirumular, and Vyakarampadir, witnessed the cosmic dance of Lord Shiva at Thillai Chidambaram Ananda Tadavam. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is one of his famous works towards Siva Yogam, which constitutes Ashtanga Yoga, that is Raja Yoga. Now, Western countries are showing interest towards yoga in order to eliminate the stressful lifestyle where Patanjali Yoga is of greater fame. He is well versed in both Sanskrit and Tamil. He learned Siddha medicine, Siddha Yoga, and Jnana philosophies, which he compiled mainly in Sanskrit as Patanjali Yoga Sutra. He is considered incarnation of Lord Adisesha or Anantasesha who bets Lord Vishnu on the ocean of milk. Swami Vivekananda introduced Patanjali Yoga to the Western countries in the form of Raja Yoga. Sri Gaudapadar is the direct disciple of Siddhar Patanjali and carried the teachings of him. Sri Gaudapada later mentored Sri Adi Shankaracharya or Adi Shankara, who is a well-known sage. Later, Adi Shankara traveled across the Indian subcontinent to propagate the philosophy of Advaita through discourses and debates. Patanjali Siddhar attained Jiva Samadhi in Rameshwaram. The temple complex also houses the Jiva Samadhi of the founder of yoga, Maharishi Patanjali. It is located in the inner prakaram adjacent to the shrine of Lord Brahma. Patanjali Muniva is credited with developing the Patanjali Yoga Sutra and is considered by some to be a form of Adisesha. He is said to have attained Siddhi, salvation, in 10 shrines. This is one among them. It is believed that he is still alive and continues to write Yoga Sutras, while Shiva performs the Ananta Tandava between the horns of Nandi. There are two saints who witnessed it, Patanjali and Vyakrapada. Both their Jiva Samadhis are found here. A covered enclosure has been made around it, convenient for those who want to come here and meditate. The vibration is extremely powerful here. Let's all have darshan of this temple and the lords and get their blessings. Thank you, viewers. Bye bye, viewers.